Car is here finally. Hello, Ma.
Hello, Pedro. How are you doing today?
I'm very well. You're welcome. We've been waiting for you.
I'm so sorry. I came in. I was not waiting for you guys, but I'm really so sorry. I had this stressful journey already. Sorry.
Okay, so this is our speaker, and I'm reading out her bio now. Obadevoye Iviemena Maria, professionally known as Ivie Omas, is an award-winning real estate consultant with a focus on brokerage and investment advisory. Over the last 3 years, Ivie has partnered with over 10 real estate firms and has managed and coordinated the sales and acquisition of several landed, off-plan, and fully developed properties within and out of Lagos, Nigeria, worth over $10 million across over 100 plus clients. Ivie, a graduate of microbiology from the prestigious University of Port Harcourt, also holds a double MBA in management and leadership from the University of East London and Masterminds Business School, United Kingdom, as well as Realtor Development courses from Lagos Business School, LBS. In the last 2 years, Ivia has set up a real estate community for over 250 young and tech-savvy people and has provided an opportunity for these young people to own properties. She launched a pay in installment, aka Pay Small Small system, which has seen 10 plus, 100 plus young people in the community maximize to acquire properties and expand their real estate portfolios. She has a keen interest in property technology, prop techs, and sustainable real estate. So, with a sound clap, a clapping ovation, let's welcome Ivie Omas as she speaks to us about building a profitable real estate portfolio. See why she's the main woman for the webinar, for the job. And we are so glad to have her here today. So, please, I want to see your comments with claps for Ivie in the comment section. Okay, Ma, you can kick off.
Okay, so I was wondering who has that portfolio though, and I didn't know why it was so long. My name is just Ivie Omas. I'm so sorry if I look different from the picture you saw on the flyer. I've been that one has makeup, right? I'm just traveling from one place to another. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry for coming this late. Yeah, the topic. So I like to say that it's more like a conversation. I don't like to like feel like somebody on stage with lights focused on the person and the person is giving a poetry. Like the person is doing a spoken word poetry. No, no, it's more like a conversation. And like the book I'm authoring, it's I'm a realist, so I try to say things that I've basically experienced as a person in the real estate industry or what I've seen people experience closely. That's what I like to talk about. And most times, experiences from people and my experiences that I just gather to say these things. So it's not like I'm quoting a book or so. But before we jump into the topic of today, the topic is saying, Pedro, the topic, can you remind me? Um, the topic
How to
is
build a real estate portfolio that will last for generation.
oh, the thing is everything just like success as what's it called, rules. If you've read Richard Templar's book, you will see that we have rules of this, rules of that, rules of success, rules of management, like that. So it's like that's the rules in real estate. But the funny thing is, the rules now, we can't say that if you do it like this 100%, it's going to guarantee you this. But we can reasonably say that if you're able to do this and this, as we stated, 85% is going to give you this result. And what are the results? A sustainable wealth, a generational wealth, as what real estate investment is. I was reading again 3 days ago, The Richest Man in Babylon, and how he was able to he became the richest man then because of his real estate portfolio. So there's nobody on earth or no wealthy person you want to list right now globally that don't have a real estate portfolio, they're added to the assets net worth they are calculating. So what's your net worth really? They have to look at your assets, right? And by this, you'll be asking that what's assets. So we have two assets. We have tangible and intangible assets. Assets are basically things that are very important to us. We have real estate, like what we're talking about. We have licenses. We have a lot of things make up an asset. Is like what you hold a value to, what you have, what has an economic value. That's an asset. So it could be real estate, vehicles, inventory, intangible assets, intellectual property, right? That's when they say invest in this real estate, invest in this, but invest in yourself. Those are your intellectual property. You see people say, oh, I'm suing this person for my intellectual property. That's the person's assets, right? So, but in this, for this particular webinar, we're talking about real estate. Real estate, yeah, as an asset. What is real estate? Everything that has to do with houses. Today, I did a video traveling to Europe. I did a video because I saw a large expanse of land. And then in my head, I'm just wondering that the way we say chemistry is life, we can always say real estate is life because, of course, the roads that the vehicles move on, that's the government real estate. The roads, real estate is the land. Like everything, you cannot basically do anything without staying in your house or having a shelter or above your head. So it means that real estate would always be there. When God said, let there be earth, I like to call him the biggest real estate investor. So he said, well, let there be earth, and there was earth. And that's what we are here for, trying to get our own peace equally. But the unfortunate thing is, some people may not even have it till they leave this earth. And you have to give accounts. You have to tell God that, oh, sorry, I did not get a piece of the earth you've given me. But we jointly, you are able to have a piece of real estate, not breaking the bank. Federal, that's what it is, not breaking the bank, collectively, cooperatively with your friends. It's part of what I'm going to talk about today. So, yes, owning a piece of land. I like to tell my people or my clients that buying, in my state, Delta State, somebody can just tell you that which one be say make you come buy land for for Lagos State. I get land for everywhere for this Delta State now. So owning a piece of property is not like marking a register or is a title that deserves an accolade. The thing is, the question is, are you even having the right property? Is this the right property? So owning a piece of property is not just it, like I wrote here. Acquiring the property that's going to give you generational wealth is different from just acquiring a property. There are some properties that cannot transcend to your generations, cannot give you that generational wealth you seek. And you have to look carefully, you have to consult carefully and see that, oh, these are the properties I should buy. That's what makes up the portfolio. So when they say, how healthy is your portfolio? Let me see your asset portfolio. I'm narrowing this thing down to real estate. Basically, we have different portfolios. We have the growth assets that makes up the portfolio. We have different dividend stocks, bonds. This is you diversifying your investment portfolio, stocks, right? But I'm just coming down to what is our major concern in this business. That's real estate. So in real estate, I'm talking about real estate portfolio right now. There are some certain ways you should build your portfolio for you to be able to say, oh, I am retiring to a very good return on investment for myself and for my generations. So it's not about buying property like, oh, I get one land somewhere for Mowe. Yes, it's good, but is it strategically owned? What's the plan? What's the what's happening around that area? What's driving value to that property? Is it going to stand the test of time? What is it really? What's your plan? Do you want to convert it to a commercial property? Do you want to lease it to an industrial organization or many things? So people just think real estate is actually very beautiful. There are different transactions I do in real estate. There's some real estate transaction I have that allows me to sublease apartments to people, and I get like double of my income around the Lekki VI axis. I just have to hold. So there are many things that happen in real estate, and it's not boring. It's just that people just get to know the buy land and old kind of thing, but it's beautiful. But first of all, before you even acquire this property, and think of diversifying your portfolio, and even thinking of owning this property for generations, if that's your concern, like you said, building wealth through real estate. First of all, you have to educate yourself, like what jointly has set up Symbolic Development Company, which is very good. You have to know the real estate market. I failed in the crypto market sometime 2020, between 2019 and 2020, because I was part of the FOMO people, fear of not missing out. They say that this one they buy now, I buy it. They say that, so it was looking like it was normal for me to lose my money. But if you ask this one, you say, "Oh, I lost 10K dollars on this thing." No, I just say, "Hey, okay, me will lose 500K. Now normal, maybe like I'll just happily tell people, oh, if you see the money I lose, you know, say so it's not looking like to lose the money is like a goal. It's like you deserve an accolade, lose it. So it looks like that's where the market is. But when I decided to study the market, I think sometime in 2021, I started to like study the market very well to, oh, this is what I should do. This is the kind of coin I should buy now. This is what will thrive in this season. This shit coin. This is stable coin, like that. I be like I had a very good result. I was doing well in the crypto space. I don't mind. I don't trade crypto, but I mean holding for 2 years now. I've actually been doing it rightly. So that's what it is in the real estate industry. You have to educate yourself. You have to, I mean, to some level, understand the market you want to invest in, and by doing that is to look out for a reliable real estate company to work with, like Symbolic Development and this jointly they talk about. Before you even put your money, they would definitely have a team to educate you on the property you want to invest in. So they'll help you to understand the intricacies of property valuation, the market trends, and the potential risk about the property you want to invest in, basically about real estate. So knowledge, first of all, is a win, is the foundation of your success to building a portfolio that is going to last generations, right? Two, you need to have foresight, as I call it, the long-term vision. Think beyond the short term. If you are looking at generational wealth, it's not Ponzi. We like Ponzi in this part of the world. Fedra, are you here? Can you guys hear me? So we have Ponzi in, like, Nigerians like Ponzi, and as a matter of fact, it has affected our psychology. I don't blame anybody for doing that. It's because of the way the economy is. We always blame it on the economy. But if you can shift your attention and your focus to thinking of a long term, having a foresight to invest in, it's going to help you to build generational wealth, right? And a healthy portfolio. I want to be sure that you all can hear me. Let me call video. I want to be sure that you all can hear me.
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you very clearly.
Oh, okay. I
Even the
lost.
people in the comments can hear.
So, like I'm saying, the long term vision. I said the long term vision. So you should think we like. So there was this guy in Akwa Ibom. I've forgotten his name. Sometime in 2020, people were making money. Oh, he said, I saw the thing. Somebody pitched it to me then that the guy said you should bring more like MBA Forex. You should bring, and he was writing it like invest in real estate, invest in oil and gas, invest in this. You will get 50% returns monthly. And because we are thieves, some people are thieves in this country. Like I say, I won't blame them so much. The country, as they say, is very, like, the economy is not really favoring some people. So they like going extra mile or any jump on any opportunity that looks very appealing to them, doubling their income short term, quickly. So people like gave the guy money. Some persons even use church money, like I heard. Some persons use their brothers and sisters' money So just put there, and you know all this Ponzi scheme. The first 5 months will be thriving, so they can have that large they can have that large customer base, right? And people were saying, now in the world 50%. So my question then was, what is the system that is generating the return on investment on this real estate investment you stated here, and the oil and gas? They need to be a production. They need to be flipping in real estate for us to get our return. So even in bank cannot even promise you 20%. Why are you giving these people 50% in real estate investment? That's when I knew that thing cannot be sustainable. Can never get to 1 year. It will crash. So what he was doing, it was like the whole thing. It takes money from this, pay this, like that. Do you get? So that's how the thing. Everybody, so people were not paid for like 3 months, 4 months. Before you know, the whole thing was closed down, and the guy jackpot with the money. Before they started looking for him and like that. So they even said somebody lost his life. High blood pressure. I don't know. A lot of things happened. That same time, the same person lost money to NBA Forex. So you see, my own is because they had this short-term vision in their head. They didn't have that foresight to think. I mean, actively, you would have seen that, oh, this real estate investment. What's the system? If you cannot tell me the rationale, if you cannot tell me how I'm going to reasonably get my return on investment on this investment, you will not see me there. I will not put my money in that investment, because you have to explain to me how this particular investment will give me 50% in a month. So for you that want to, I know you are here because you are willing and you are ready to build generational wealth through real estate. I've been building a portfolio that's going to last generation, and that's why my number two says have a foresight, have a long-term vision when you want to consider investing in real estate. Think beyond short term, like I wrote here, gains and focus on building sustainable wealth. Real estate values tend to appreciate over time. Like, imagine the people that I stay in Lagos, so I use Lagos as an example because that's like my active market. Apart from maybe Rwanda and Dubai, I do real estate transactions. So, like Lagos, people that invested in Ikoyi is even far. I know somebody that invested in Lakwe. Lakwe is on Lekki Ekpe Expressway, Lakwe Golf. He said he bought his plots sometime in, was it 2004? He said, I mean 2006. 2006, 7, around 10,000 naira, 20,000 naira. He sold he bought like make it no be like, say, in quotes, make it no be like I no buy. So he was able to buy like 7 plots. Then they had not developed Lekki. So you should see the kind of foresight the guy had. Like for him, he just say 50-50, I lost it or I don't. Do you get? He sold it 2022 November, one of the plots, for 210 million. He built on one, and he still have others that is willing to sell when, like, later in future. Now they are developing the international airport and a lot of things. Lakwe Lakes is actually still going to be like the luxurious estate around there. So he will sell it at that price by when it has appreciated. And of course it will, so long as real estate and there are things driving value to the property. So the guy is relaxed. He's very happy he has that money now to cater for a lot of things, for his children in diaspora, for his family, and for his basic needs. So that's why we say think long term. You may not see it now, but all you need to be sure of is that you have the right documents, you are dealing with the right people, you have invested in a very strategic location. So there are desirable locations and non-desirable locations. By desirable locations, sorry, I just made this air. I'm still trying to get used to the air. By desirable locations, there are places that have quick exit plan. You can quickly sell off. The whole reason for getting into real estate investments is to, flip in the long run, right? Apart from the residential real estate that you want to live in, flip in the long run to get your returns on investment. So why would you buy a property that you cannot sell? So you have to buy property in strategic location, desirable location, that you know that the government is going to go there. People are definitely going to go there, but this is you buying and taking positioning now. So these are things you need to look out for to build a healthy portfolio or build a portfolio that is going to last generations. 3, I've mentioned it in just in number 2, actually, slightly. Strategic property selections. Invest in properties with the potential for growth and in locations likely to experience development and increasing demand. I just mentioned it. That's why I said desirable location. I listed a property in Oniru last week, and the property was about 614 million naira. And if owner said he wants to sell it in less than 24 months, I'd gotten like over 19 calls. So we are waiting for like the highest bidder to sell to, like the highest person to give us our best price to sell to. Within us, we said 618 million, but the amount on the flyer and the adverts was saying 700 million. So if you can get somebody to buy 650, good. If you see somebody buying 700 million, amazing, perfect. So that's what I'm saying. So those are desirable locations people want to buy now, but it wasn't like that then. People that had invested then are the one reaping from it right now. So strategic property selection. So it's not about you buying. One of my videos, I said the fact that you have 1 million naira saved up does not mean that the property that is valued for 1 million or the property available for 1 million naira is a good property. It's not. The fact that this is what you can afford does not mean that the property you are buying because of what you can afford is a good property. That is why you have to switch to jointly. That allows you to buy very good and promising property, investing with what you have collectively with other people. That's why it's called jointly, right? Instead of you going solely into the market to buy a property that you cannot sell or you may lose or can just be there, it's not appreciating. Bring your money collectively with other people to buy a property that is good, you can flip easily, and I mean it's promising. Number 4. So those are properties that we can say that can last generations. And by building portfolio, there are ways I use in building my client's portfolio. So we start with landed properties in developing place. We move to commercial real estate. By commercial real estate, I mean properties on the road. Like you can consider in future to build warehouses or lease to banks. Most of the banks you see on the road, they were leased by from the real owners of the land. So most of them did not buy it. It's just on lease. So you can build a shopping complex. I like that investment. You can build a mall on lease to these people and you're making your money. That's commercial properties anywhere around the world would always generate a very good, amazing return on investment. Then on that portfolio, you can move on to having a waterfront property. The waterfront property is always limited, so you're going to get the returns forever and ever and ever if you know what you're doing. By waterfront property, you can have, I mean, you can convert it to have a beach house and a lot of things, commercial things on your waterfront property, or even build a property, a house and put it up for let or short let apartments. You always make money. You always make money. So arranging that, you can have property off-plan properties to flip. So we have cash flow, we have capital gain on your portfolio. So there's a way you arrange your portfolio, but by all means, let the property you're investing in be the one that can last generations. 4, leverage financing wisely. Utilizing financing options carefully to acquire more valuable properties without overstretching your resources. That's why I said you should seek the help of jointly. And even in the parent company, Symbolic Development, there's something called payment plan we've adopted in Nigeria in the Lagos markets because we've seen the way the economy is. It's even like that anywhere around the world. It's just that the mortgage works there. Our own mortgage here works for some certain kind of people and different some categories of people. But what works perfectly for anybody is the payment plan. You can spread your payments between 6 to 24 months. For some, 36 months, 48 months, depends on the plan you have and what you can, maybe it's a house or a land. So you can pay in installments to be able to acquire this property. That's leveraging financing wisely so you don't overstretch. So what some people used to do is, I know of a guy that, because he bought Shiba Inu one time, there was a time crypto, those of you that know about crypto, there was a time Shiba Inu coin was doing very well. It's a shit coin. He bought Wakanda Inu to it was a shit coin. So when he flipped, and that time it was really doing very well, he made 80 million naira. 80 million naira. So he said he wants to buy property. I was in the market, but in Lagos market, I didn't really have strength. So I was telling him, come to Lagos market to buy your property. He said, no, he wants to buy it in Port Harcourt. I'm not saying Port Harcourt market is bad. It was the decision he made around the buying of the property. So he bought a land, built this amazing house. We congratulated him and celebrated with him, of course. 3 months later, the guy said, please, he wants to sell the house because apparently he used 76 million naira to invest in that project. And now you don't build a house by just building a house. You need to think of a maintenance cost and a lot of things that's going to really make the house sustainable or valuable for it to be flipped with a very good return on investment in future. So this he lost and he didn't have. And of course, he was going into the crypto market and there was a fall in the crypto market again that same year. And this guy was already hungry. Now he has placed his property on the market, and at this time, a distressed property because it's now selling for 60 million. At the end of the day, he sold that property for 45 million because he needed the money. He say, according to him, now they are alive, they invest in real estate because he had invested wrongly. So leveraging financing wisely is really broad. You see that 80 million naira, if you had invested it rightly in off-plan projects, there's behind my house in Ikate, behind my estate, my client bought a property when it was on payment plan. 56 million flexing her payment. On the completion this year after election, not even up to 12 months, the property was already valued for 84 million in Ikate. So two things, she either sell to get extra 30 million naira on it, or she leave it like hold it for like two. And that area, that part, the 2 bedrooms are I mean desirable property. People want it. It's in the market, that's high demand. So she will always make her money, even if it's in the fifth year. So but she just put it up for short lets, trying to get cash flow on it. And in 3 years, she'll get her money back if it's properly managed and she creates that traffic, right? So leverage financing wisely is broad. We're saying that 80 million naira would have helped him to get up to 200 million, not immediately, having like investing it wisely for like 2-3 years in the Lagos market or even the Port Harcourt market in a strategic location and on the right investment property. So that's it. Leverage financing wisely. Low interest rates and strategic loans can work in your favor. That's for people that have access to loans already. I would believe that people that are on this space are young people, and so that's it. Number 5, diversification. Why we say when they say something is diverse, spread, invest in other things. We know you like buying landed property. Why don't you buy a house this time? Why don't you lease to sublease? Why don't you do the refurbishing parts? Why don't so you should open your mind to diversification. Don't put all your eggs in one basket in case this market. So there are a lot of things happening in the real estate space. I don't like to tell people that it's 100% perfect if you hear me from the very beginning, but we're saying that there are guided rules. If you do it this way, the way it is for success, success is the same rules and regulation. If you do like this, do like this. I have a marketing community. So I used to tell them, some of them will say, me, I don't know how to sell, I don't know how to talk like you. I tell them, just do this. So I'll follow them uprightly, do this, do this, do this. And they all of them got results. There's no two ways about it. So we're telling you, if you are doing like this, you are guided to do it rightly, you always get results. And that's why we're saying that, we've been able to understand the market, that instead of you losing all your investments, diversify. Don't put your eggs in one basket. Diversify your real estate portfolio across various property types and locations to reduce risk and enhance potential results. Returns. I've already said it like during my conversation earlier. I'm saying that you can invest in Abuja, you can invest in Rwanda, you can invest in Port Harcourt, you can invest in your state, but by all means diversify it. But most important thing is in a strategic location, buying a very good investment property that has an exit plan, right? And you know that it's going to increase in value. But diversify, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Like I explained on how to build your portfolio, you can have a commercial property, a residential property, a waterfront property. Don't just buy only residential, just spread, increase, stretch a bit to doing other things. So you're going to get returns on it. So if this one is not paying you, this one is paying you. If this one is not paying you by this time, this one will pay you by this time, right? Number 6 on my list, passive income generation. Opt for income producing properties such as rental units or commercial spaces. The steady cash flow generated will help support further investments and build wealth. I think it's understood. I like passive income because it is very beautiful. If I always like to think of passive income because when you get to your 30, you know, these days people having high blood pressure is at 35. Shiggy too much, shiggy banza. So when you get to like 40, 45, 50, 60, what are you retiring to? You can't be doing what you can do right now in your prime. So you'd have thought of the real estate, of course, the passive income generation. You would think that's what the topic is about. You have to think of properties that is going to last generations. So you opt for income generating properties. You should state like note that income generating properties. If it's not generating income or if it will not generate income, you are just playing in the real estate space. Do you get? I cannot buy a property that will not generate income. I have an investment in Lekki Phase One. I leased the 6 bedrooms from these aged parents. They were going to their hometown, so I leased it for 6 million naira, and I refurbished the place some slightly and converted to studio apartments, block of 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms, a studio apartment because that's the demand for it in that place. And so far so good. It has really done very well. And for the past 2 years, I know how much I've gotten. My return on investment every year is amazing. So because that cash flow is there, this guy in the studio apartment is rent when his rent expires is not when this guy in the 2 bedroom expires. And there's some other ones I just converted to short let apartments that pays me money. So passive income generation would always pay in the long run when you are investing in real estate. The steady cash flow generated will help support further investments and build wealth. Property management, that's number 7. Efficient property management is crucial. Whether you manage your properties yourself or you hire a management company, it is essential to ensure that they are well maintained. You know why I like UK houses? It's not Nigeria that somebody will stay in a 7 bedroom duplex. Why? Why would you stay in a 7 bedroom duplex or a 10 bedroom duplex? They called me in Abuja to come and sell a property sometime 2021 at Metama, 12 bedrooms duplex. I was thinking, is demand mad? Like, why do you build 12 bedrooms duplex? So what I proposed to them, I said this 12 bedroom we'll convert it to guest house, we'll convert it to shortlet apartments, or would give it out to doctors to use it for hospitals or something that will give them that steady cash flow, because we cannot sell a 12 bedroom duplex to another person. Nobody will buy that. So this is us converting it to give us a cash flow, and it's not selling it out. It's also, getting a very good return, retiring to it. So when you are building or buying a property, think of the management costs, maintenance of the property. It's also just luxury today would not be luxury in 2 years or 5 years time. So you need to have a maintenance plan. That's why I like UK houses. Are very, very small. Even Europe that I am right now, the houses are just very compact. They're not so big. They're just small and fitted. Even in UK, I've seen somebody that has like a 3 bedroom. He stays in one and leaves the other two. But in Nigeria, we want to stay in 17-bedroom duplex. How then would you say you're investing in real estate? So number 8, adaptability, right? Stay flexible and adapt to changes in the market and economic conditions. Being able to pivot your investment strategies and when needed is vital for a long-term success. I don't know if you understand this. Stay flexible, be open-minded, and adapt to changes in the market and economic conditions. Being able to pivot your investment property or investment strategy when needed is vital for long-term success. So there was a time my client bought a property in, what's that place now? Somewhere in Aja. And the developing part of Lekki is Orchard Road and Ikota. So that Aja property, it has gotten to like a threshold. I told him that let us sell this one and go and invest in Ikota. Ikota was doing well at that time. People are like demanding for Ikota, and there was a particular property that was on distress. Is to invest in this because we're looking at a long-term thing. So those are what we're trying to say when we say being able to pivot your investment strategy when needed is the vital thing for long-term success. Yes, you can sell your residential property to invest in a commercial property. That won't stay long. You can move your investment, maybe stocks, bond, because you want to buy a waterfront property. Those are things you need to look out that will last generations and move from your children and your children's children. The 9th point here is teach financial literacy. Educate your family. So I have this book called Real Estate for Kids. Educate your family members. I like to use so my dad was very wealthy in his time, and I didn't get to benefit from it because he didn't educate the children he had earlier, like my elder brothers and sisters, on how to manage his wealth and manage his portfolio. So when they thought about his investment, his property, they sold it. At that time, they sold all his property. He had commercial property, he had a hotel, they sold everything because they could not manage. They don't even know what to do. So we that were the later children were younger when he died. We didn't benefit, or we had to now start. I mean, starting from square one to, and I can't. I try not to like in future repeat that mistake. So all you have to do is to educate. If you have children, educate your children, educate your family too. Not even your children, your brothers and sisters, your next of kin. Because they say next of kin. Somebody said the way my next of kin they behave like this, I don't dey fear I go chop my money. So educate your next of kin too. So you can know. You know what I like the Jamaicans. I think it's Jamaicans now. I've forgotten this country. Even the Chinese, Japanese. You see that they have businesses 150 years. This business has lasted for 400 years. They are still the same business. So, and I have not seen a business that has stayed for 100 years in Nigeria. And you're wondering why. What's going on? Because these people have been able to educate their children, even while they are growing up. Even people are trying to do it. You say, you follow me to my business, know what I'm doing. Know what I'm doing. The richest man that has the designers is able to fix his, is it 5 or 6 children in his business. All of them are handling one department or the other. You need to educate these children from the we're saying having a wealth as to large generations. But at this generation, are they even aware that they have to keep this thing going, or their own is just to see it and sell it and move on, and that's the end. So you need to educate as much as I want to invest in real estate to large generation. We need to think of the people that we're even investing, leaving the investment for. They should be able to be exposed enough to manage this your wealth. Educate your family members about real estate investing and financial literacy, which is very important. Passing down knowledge and a sound understanding of managing wealth will empower future generations to continue building upon your success. Remember, building generational wealth true real estate is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It requires patience, diligence, and strategic planning. By making informed decisions and adhering to long-term vision, you can pave the way for enduring prosperity for your family and your future generations. My name is Ivie, and I'm going to entertain questions now and I'll expand on it to make the class conversational. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Ma. That was a very heartwarming session. So if you have questions, kindly put them in the comment section so that she can attend to your questions and expand more on it. So if anybody has questions, please put it in the comments. I'll be waiting to read your questions. Thank you.
So while I wait for the questions, somebody may just want to ask. I mentioned it's here on my book. How can one build a LD portfolio? Building a LD portfolio involves constructing a well-balanced and diversified set of investments. But like I said, there are different kind of investments. There are growth investment, dividends, stocks, treasury bills, bonds, right? Other types of investment, crypto, which is like can we say it's an intangible asset? We could like to call it a digital asset, right? So there are different kind of assets we can expand on, but right now we're narrowing down to real estate, like I said earlier. And yes, you can build a LD real estate portfolio, like I mentioned, by diversifying your portfolio and not, doing one thing repeatedly. How can you, these are steps you can use in building or that will help you or guide you to build a healthy portfolio. First, set for clear financial goals. Determine your financial objectives, such as your retirement savings, buying a house, different things. Just each goal should have different time horizon and risk tolerance, so which will influence your investment choice. Just try to, set a proper financial goals. If you know it is only 500k you have, don't go, you go hungry. Don't go and put all the 500k investing in real estate. That's not an investment, because at the end of the day, you want to get the money back and it becomes a distress sale. Assess your risk tolerance. What is your risk appetite? The guy that lost 500 million naira in investments, you may not have that risk appetite, so you should not do what he's doing. You should not take that risk. By taking that risk, there are risks in real estate that you just want to do 50-50. If it happen, it happen. If it not happen, no happen. You should check your risk appetite. You should check, can I chest this in pigeon? Can I really do this? Right? If I earn a monthly salary of 150k, where do I start from? I think that's what Jointly is. That question should be generated to Jointly. I think they have a platform for that. Start with education. Understand the real estate market first. Keep saving. Keep saving. If Jointly don't have an answer for this, I would say 150k right now. Just keep saving first. Maybe when it has gotten to 500k, you can now start. Because there's no other thing in the real estate space I can say 150k can do. But just understand, just be following up by understanding market. Join webinars like this. Ask questions, right? Do your research. Using Lagos State too, because you mentioned 150k, not dollars. But reach out to Jointly. They may have a platform that allows you to collectively invest with other people. Another step to build LD portfolio is asset allocation. Determine the ideal allocation of assets based on your financial goals, right? There are things you need to do as a younger person. There are properties you need to buy and play around with as a younger person that you do as an older person. So why not leverage on them, test them, explore them, and that's it. Then number 4, research and due diligence. You cannot take this out from real estate investments. If you don't do your research and due diligence, if you have a lawyer friend, fine. You have to conduct thorough research on the potential investment. Like I told you about that Ponzi guy in Akwa Ibom that said you should invest in real estate. I had to study it. It's not possible. It's not possible. There's no investment that can give you that return. When it's not commercial real estate that has stayed for 10 years, it's not possible. So conduct thorough research on potential investment, understand the fundamentals of each asset, historical performance. Like I said, I just mentioned it, the management team, and the future prospects of the property. Number 5, invest regularly and stay disciplined. It's not like you invest today and you want to take your money tomorrow. For when I say invest, I think their platform, Carry Rise, Piggyvest, they are different things. So invest and lock your money, and you know you want to start your real estate investment go. So it's not that you invest today and you see that you want to eat shawarma or buy shawarma for your girlfriend, or you want to watch Barbie, you go and unlock the savings. It doesn't work that way. You need to be focused. You need to adopt what's this word now? What's this word that skipped my head? A frugal lifestyle. To be able to, by frugal lifestyle, it means that when they say suffer now to enjoy later, you just know that because you have a goal, you want to, like someone that wants to build a house, you don't spend money anyhow. You don't just wake up. If you receive your salary, you know that, oh, this money is enough to buy cement. It's enough. So you just, I mean, you will properly plan your financial life because you know that you're trying to achieve a goal. And once you achieve it, you can do other things. But for that time, you should, I mean, forfeit some things to make it work. So you have to stay disciplined and committed to investment strategy that can yield better results in the long run and last generations. Monitor and rebalance. Regularly review your portfolio's performance. Check it. Is this property appreciating? If not, maybe I have to sell it or I have to flip it to invest in this particular place. So that by rebalancing, your property portfolio ensures that it remains in line with your goals. Stay informed. Keep yourself updated on market trends, economic developments, and changes in investment strategies. I said it. So, you know, as innovation is here. Human needs are constantly evolving. Somebody that say, if he sees iPhone 11, his life will be better. He's now looking to change it to iPhone 14. So people need changes every day. You must understand that. So that's why you have to, I mean, stay informed the market trends. What is working now in the real estate space that's looking like it's booming. You know, then during that fixed mass people, some people became billionaire during that fixed mass time. The other year became the turn of fuel attendants, and so many things changes and you can't own the space forever. So it means that this particular thing that works now may not work in 2025. So you need to keep on you need to acquaint yourself with the market trend and see what works. Seek professional advice. That's what I do. If you're uncertain about managing your investment, what to do, consider seeking investment advice for an investment advisor, and or like I said, go back to Jointly. Remember that building a healthy portfolio is a continuous process. It's not like, so you have to keep on checking what you've done so far and like that. So as your financial goals evolve, you should strengthen your real estate goals. So at the end of the day, you retire to a balanced portfolio, a healthy portfolio that will last generations. I'm still waiting for your questions. Is that 60,000 or 600,000? How can earner of 60,000 naira? You ask Jointly. I think they have a platform. That's what Jointly is. So you check their packages. But first of all, you have won as an investor by just having the thought of investing. That's winning already. That's winning already. I'm still waiting for your questions. Pedro, am I done?
Thank you for coming. It was so amazing to have you around. And we love that you touched so many things. And I think one of the most important thing I got is that knowledge is the foundation of building a real estate portfolio. That was
First of
very important to me
most
because
importantly, yes, most importantly.
one time I lost all the money I saved in Unifor because I wanted to buy land and be landlady by the time I was leaving school.
Mhm.
So it was very amazing to have you here. So thank you very much for coming, Miss Evie
Have
Omas.
I
We
been
hope to
able
do this
to
with you some
deliver?
other time.
Have I been able to deliver on the topic so that your boss is not going to sack me when he sees me, or he will not pay me my birthday money? Am I able to
Yes, he
deliver?
delivered. For me, it was a 15 over 10
All
because
right,
it was
thank
so
you.
amazing. It touched different aspects of real estate
Yes,
investing,
it's very
diversifying your
different.
portfolio,
Yes,
getting knowledge, building. And I think the most important thing for me also was the fact where he talked about getting to educate future generations. I saw a video one time on Twitter. The person was like, "You be last born, my papa money the chop," and I was going to club. And I'm like, for those people that want to build generational wealth, part of generational wealth is making sure that your
children.
generations come and understand that they have to keep the wealth. So it
That's
was
what I'm
very
saying.
amazing to
That's
have you here.
very, very important. Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm so sorry for coming late. Sorry, like I'm just trying to settle. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Have a,
Do enjoy
have
the
a,
rest of your day.
you too. Have a great day.
Thank you all for coming to the webinar today. It was so amazing to have you. So, for Lands and Houses and Akibe Friday Akinola, I am going to respond to your messages on our Telegram channel. So, how can a person jointly be a Conan? How can a person join jointly to be a Conan is requirement? So go to www.ownjointly.com and sign up to be a co-owner. And then you can pick a slot from the property we currently have selling, or you can wait till I think in July, in August, September, I'll be launching a new property on the platform. So what happens is that with jointly, you get to pick slots of a property, you invest in that property. It's a commercial property, and when the property is on rent, you get to earn rent from that property. So let's say you've picked like some slots and you have a 5% share of that property. When the rent is paid, you get to own 5% of the rent. And with the way we are bidding jointly, you can also get to invest in commercial properties in other parts of the world. So you can invest in Rwanda, Kigali, in London, Dubai, and that is the goal and the vision of Jointly. So with Jointly, you can be able to build a real estate portfolio without breaking the bank. So I'll give you all much more information in our Telegram channel and even via email. If you are not on our email list, you can go to www.ownjointly.com and join our email list. I'm typing the website in the comments now. So go to ownjointly.com and then you can be part of our community. Thank you all so much for coming, and we apologize for coming late. Do enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.